Let's go.
Hey everybody, it's Trish with Black Main Street 205. I am joined today with is Latrice.
Latrice Slade.
Latrice, Latrice Slade. She is the owner of Slade LLC. I know it's a lot more to it, but I'll let you take that away. We're just going to jump into the questions. So tell us about your business and give us your website.
Okay, so my business is a licensed general contracting firm. We're one of few women owners that are licensed in Alabama. We're also licensed in Georgia, South Carolina, as well as Mississippi as well. We under that umbrella, we perform geotechnical services, construction material testing, environmental services, construction management, urban planning. We've been in business since 2006. Our website for more information is www.slade, that's SLADELLC.com.
All right. And so why did you start this business? Like, tell us what is your story?
Well, I actually started the business because I couldn't find a job. And I know that sounds
right. That sounds perfect to me.
I mean, this is what's significant. So, you know how your parents tell you when you grow up, if you go to school, you do well in school, you'll be able to find a nice job, right? And so I did all those things. I did find a nice job. But here's the kicker. So I went to University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, went there for 9 years, undergrad, graduate school, and law school, and moved to Alabama from North Carolina to work on the largest environmental toxic torts case in history in Anniston. I followed that case when I was in graduate school. I studied it. I worked at the EPA. I wrote my master's thesis on environmental justice and public involvement. And when I went to law school, it's a legal case. And I wanted to be able to go and help the people. And really one of the things that led me to go to law school was I was like, hey, urban planning is not going to be enough to help solve the problem in this community. We need to be able to fight for the people. So went to law school, came back here to Birmingham, interviewed the attorneys, and one of them offered me a job. And that's how I ended up in Birmingham from North Carolina. And so one of the things I do want to, let viewers know, always follow your passion, even if it is a little uncomfortable to go places where you never thought you would go. But at the same time, you also have to learn survival skills. And so what I didn't like was, when the case was over, most of the money did not go into the community. And so I felt like, I didn't go to law school to hurting people. I wanted to help people. And so in that case, I was able to help people. I did a lot of the, community outreach and, helping to create the clinic and helping to create the matrix with deciding how much people would get for different illnesses. But what bothered me is that by the time the people who had the worst illnesses received the money, they were dead. And so I just, in my mind, I thought I was going to be Erin Brockovich, and that wasn't the case.
Okay. I hit the wrong thing. There we go. Got it right.
So here I am, 15 years later, still, growing my firm. But my goal was to just get a job like everybody else. But sometimes you have to create your own job and develop other people into being diamonds, even when they don't want to be a diamond themselves. It's a lot of hard work, and I'm committed to that. As long as people are willing to work with me.
Gotcha. Okay, I would have never known that. So I'm glad I asked.
Well, yeah, I mean, one of the questions was, how did you get into this? And I wanted you to know the authentic reason. Most people are just like, oh, no, it was a survival kind of thing and running from fear, to be honest with you.
That's powerful. So, yeah. What challenges are you facing during COVID-19 with your...
in the construction industry, construction is definitely an essential business. But here's the kicker. The way I do business development is really more face-to-face. And so I have never been in my office this much since I've been in business. I'm not out shaking hands, as much because people are at home or, working from home and they don't want to shake hands anymore.
Right. And so, elbows this morning. I was like, hey.
Yeah, and so I've had to change the way I market. I've had to change the way I do my business development. And so some of my projects, slowed down, some of my projects stopped. And so I had to really, dig deep with a lot of grit and find more work. And so I have been successful in doing that. But the way I've been doing that is definitely not my comfort level or in my own element. It's something that I'm learning while in flight, if you will. And so I am, beginning to see more success in that. And I'm very proud to say that it's beginning to work out more, but it was very scary at first because I go to a lot of different conferences and I'm like, oh my God, this conference is canceled, that conference is canceled. I was expecting to see such and such.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't think about conferences.
That's where you meet people and, like
yes.
business, you have to continue to see people on a repeat number of times, right? Before they're comfortable doing business with you. And so for me, that was scary, to be honest with you. And so I'm a part of different organizations. So they've been allowing us to do Zoom meetings like this, which is helpful, but it's not the same. Does that make sense? So you can't say, well, let's go for coffee, at the conference or something like that to do a one-on-one to get to know people a little bit more than just saying hello in the hallway. It's always been very strategic with me for doing business development, who I wanted to talk to and how I was able to greet them or interact with them. And so this is definitely taken, I guess, what you could call my hustle to another level. So, yeah, so it's working out, but I've had to get really creative. So
gotcha. So that pivots into the next question. What solutions have you come up with? I know you said doing a lot of Zoom and being more strategic, but what other solutions have you come up with?
Well, for me, we are now doing COVID-19 deep cleaning remediation. So if you know of offices who basically have had COVID-19 cases and the other employees are afraid to be there, we're able to come in and do the clearance testing. We're also able to do COVID-19 detection with surface swipes, basically, so we can send it to a laboratory to tell you if it's still present or not. We also are using this material called Virus Defender, so we can put it on, doors that people are, touching a lot to decrease virus.
Transit Virus Defender.
So if you know people that need that, let us know. We're also looking at being able to help people with PPE as well. So we want to promote that and be a resource for our community.
Wow. I saw it on your Facebook, something about COVID cleaning. I didn't know it was that in depth. I didn't
let me know. I mean, because I want people to know, hey, we can help you.
Yeah. I will definitely share on my page and on the directory page, because now that I get what it is, I'm like, yes. Everybody needs it. Everybody was shut down that needs to. They weren't deemed essential, and now they want to open back up. They need your services,
and they need the PPE too. We're offering bundle kits too. So better pricing, like you can get sanitizer, mask, whatever you need. We're able to provide that in a bundle package, so it's a little cheaper.
Oh wow! Okay, I would have never thought of that.
I would have never thought of it either, but that's what you do when you pivot.
Well, I gotta figure it out.
Figure it out quick. So
how? I mean, yes, I'm gonna share on my page and on the directory page, but how else can we help you and support your business during COVID-19 and
it's going to that we're here, and what we do is really, it is technical, and being able to explain it to people so they can say, oh yeah, like you said, I do.
If you ain't something for me, I got it.
Like I'm the dirt lady, I'm the get rid of COVID-19 lady. Like, however we need to articulate this so people
can get it. I got you.
Call me, So yeah, that's basically what I've had to do is trying to keep people busy. My office has definitely been a challenge. It's not easy, but I've had to try to figure it out. So whatever you can do to promote this, we would definitely appreciate it.
Yes, I will be on it. Hopefully other people will follow my lead and promote it. Now that you explained it to me, and I didn't even think about the conferences, I was like, yeah, everything got canceled. And I wasn't thinking that's how people network and how people make new contacts. Like even in the speaking arena, that's how you book new speeches. People hear you one place, and if all of that's canceled, I didn't even think that far. I don't know why I didn't think that far, but I didn't. I'm going to show your website so then hopefully other people can see more and they can share and they'll have some talking points to be able to promote. Because now that you've explained it to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I know several people who need that.
Well, I need to get my social media following up too. So if you could ask them to like our page, because you do public speaking, and so one of the things I've been told is like, well, we're looking for people that have 15,000 followers in order to be considered for being a speaker. I'm like, 15,000 followers? I don't have that many people. So
It's possible.
I was going to, ask when I had opportunities like this for people to follow me. We have a business page. It's Slade Land Use, Environmental and Transportation Planning. We also are on Instagram. It's Slade _ LLC. And on Twitter, it's hashtag Slade LETP. So that is definitely a way to, stay connected with us and know what's going on. We are trying to engage our community more and learn more from other people as well, so we can follow them back.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was a lot. It was like general contracting, environmental services, urban planning, and geotechnical services.
Yep.
I'd say slaying.
But I had to start, providing services that everyday people need. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is like, owners will hire me to do that. Or I do get calls from Home Advisor, like people have mold in their house and they want me to come and do inspections and testing. I do get those kind of calls. So if you know,
I did not know that either. Wish I had known that.
Yep. Let me know if we can help you with that.
Vision. I love that. Our vision is to leave the world better than the way we found it through practicing sustainability. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. We are a small business striving to become larger than through each project. Small business larger.
No project is too small.
Yes. Did you win?
No, I didn't win. And I tried so hard. I mean, I had people voting. And see, the thing is, you had to have people voting every day for the FedEx grant. And so that was one of the things I was trying to do to be able to get our own professional engineer. And I think that's what people don't realize with small business. It takes so much money to be able to scale your business. So we went from, it raining a lot early, after January. And we were just like, oh, please make the rain go away. And then COVID-19 happened. And then after that, then the riots happened. And we're just like, Lord, please, what is the new normal? So it has not been normal at all for 2020 for us. My business plan has not gone as planned.
Right.
So that's something we need to talk about. Like, what do you do when your business plan cannot go the way you
gotta revamp it? Document, revamp it, and make some stuff happen. Because I never would have thought of doing bundle kits or going in and making sure if you have a case of COVID that it's safe for your employees to come back. And if you want to make sure that there's no traces, that you can go do that too.
And plexiglass too. For like people that are in offices and they have desks side by side. You no longer first people had individual offices, right? And then let's have more open environments so we can collaborate and talk. Well, now people are like, get me away from that person they're coughing, so we're able to put a glass barrier between desks. It's that like when you go to the grocery store, you can put that on desk too to create barriers. So people don't have their own office.
Yeah, so if you sneeze, it'll be on the plexiglass and not on me.
Yeah, exactly. Because people are not like, you sneeze, it's like an offense now. It's like, oh, it can't be allergies. It's got to be something else, right? So we're able to help with that. As well.
Yeah, I'll be one of those main ones talking about, I'm taking the rest of the day off. So coughing.
They coughed on me.
I no longer feel comfortable.
I mean, it's true. And work-life balance is going to be different now. Employees going to have different concerns working in an office, and we want to be a solution. Like, well, what can Slade do to help us?
Yes. I love this so much. I'm going to have to borrow some of this for my business. How you have all this showing people, like, I've been doing it, and I've been doing it for some years. I need y'all to see.
We're in business though at the end of the day. So let them know we're available. We want to help. So I'm inspired by you doing this though. I really appreciate you covering my story to get the word out. Anytime we have an opportunity to engage with the community, especially in this kind of opportunity in our community, we are greatly appreciative of it. So Thank you.
Yes. I said I finally found what I'm going to be when I grow up, and so I
This is great.
figured out why I was born, and so now I'm like, okay, now I just got to embrace it. This is just a tenth of it, but I'm
Right.
like,
If I
I'm
can help, let
excited.
me know. Yeah, and whatever you're, doing in the future, if I can share it on my Facebook page, I will be glad to share it, to help grow your following as well.
I will message you all the things we have coming down the pipeline. It's so much, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like,
I know
I'm
it's overwhelming.
excited, but it's overwhelming. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Well, I want to let people know when I was talking about the PPE, I wanted to make sure that people know that's, gloves, sanitizer, the face shields. We even have the masks that are the 1-ply, 3-ply masks, the KN95 and the N95, which are impossible to find. I have found those. And so we're, selling those to medical professionals as well, because we know that some people even that work in the hospital, they've been wearing the same mask for a week. They may want to have their own mask that they can buy from us because the hospital may not have enough supplies. So, keep that in mind for your viewers who may be in work environments where their employer is not supplying enough PPE for them. They can get it right here from us. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
We're selling bleach wipes and all that. Like, you can't even find Lysol anymore and alcohol. And so
It's hard. There's a
yeah,
Facebook page where they say, I just saw it at Sam's, and everybody runs and gets it at Sam's. And it's gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're selling a product that takes the place of that. And so, you know, let people know that we're here to help. Even in salons too, we're able to supply the mask and the sanitizer. I was getting my hair done and I was like, it's definitely not a lot of people in here, but people don't feel safe. So I figured if, the salon had more masks and gloves, people would feel a little bit better. If they could like maybe buy that there. Or,
People are taking temperatures. Like I took my daughter to the eye doctor and he took our temperature both days. I was like, okay, that makes me feel a little better, even though I'm like,
nobody's sick in here. But I mean, I'm selling that, I'm selling the infrared thermometer. So yeah.
it just makes you feel better. Then I was like, okay. He's like, 9 okay, it made me feel better. But
exactly. So
is there anything else? And
I think the only thing I want to leave with, I guess, business owners, that if you are, bumping your head against a glass ceiling every day, make sure that you're marching to your own tune, if that makes sense. Like, don't go trying to break somebody else's glass ceiling. What I'm doing is not like something I dreamed of that I would be doing, because I never thought about being a general contractor when I was in high school. I've always been interested in environmental, but I've always thought I would go work for the EPA, which I did work for the EPA as an intern. But just sometimes you have to play the cards that God has given you. And I would encourage you to play those cards to the best of your ability and be true to yourself, be authentic to yourself, but do not try to go breaking glass ceilings if you don't have to break a glass ceiling. Just try to be happy. And so that's one of the things that I would encourage your viewers to do, because oftentimes people hear people's stories and like, wow, how did they do that? I mean, but for the grace of God, I would not be sitting here.
right.
That is very real. And so, your faith walk as a business owner is so important. And right now for me, it's definitely a daily walk. And so I'm telling you, you need to be connected with God. And so that's one of the things I would like to make sure that people know.
Yes. Okay. That was great. That was great. Yeah, definitely find what makes you excited to wake up every day.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
And so I used to say, if you want me to interview you, contact me. But what I've been doing lately is asking, is there somebody, a Black business owner, who you feel I should interview next?
Yeah. I think Rashida Leroy would be great to interview. Selena Rogers, I think, would be great to interview you as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And so we're going to wrap up. Our tagline is be Black and stay safe. Do you like it?
Yes.
I'm going to find like a really smooth sign off. But right now it's just like, hey, this is Trish with Black Main Street 205. I just interviewed Latrice Slade. She is the owner of Slade LLC. There's a whole lot more to it. but she's doing a lot of COVID-19 cleaning services. So if you're one of those businesses who weren't essential and now you're trying to open back up, give her a call so she can make sure you and your employees are safe and that you can keep your clients safe as well. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Be Black and stay safe. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you so much.